It's been years since a Malvern artist returned home to his small town. Now he's celebrating the holidays with a community in a space that has become a labor of love. Reporter Lindsay Thies has that story today.
Well, from old to new, the door is really opening in town here for Malvern native and artist Zach Jones. And that's not all. He's really giving back to his community this holiday. Take a look.
Come on, buddy.
We usually take a trip out for a story in Malvern, Iowa on warmer days for farming stories. Come winter, it's usually much quieter, dead.
It's a little town of 1,200 that's redefining itself.
But it's in this quiet 1800s era church Zach Jones saw a chance to do some redefining of his own.
So in an ideal world, in a year from now, next fall, I'm hoping to have the whole interior painted. I want to do an interior mural.
A few years ago, Jones saw the potential in the peeling paint, the rotting foundation, the 140-year-old ceilings. The sanctuary was a space no one had used since 1969, until he asked to finish a project one spring night.
And the storm moved in, and it was a good Midwest lightning storm. And seeing all these windows light up, you know, and there's a spiritual essence to it.
Spirit, divine intervention, or fate, Jones says he knew at that moment what his next project would be. Over the next 3 years, he would use what he had, buying and fixing up the old chapel into a gallery.
As an artist, you always have to be efficient. So I created the downstairs into a living quarters. There's this one and couple others.
Calling it Project Art Church. And then something really divine happened. The community jumped on board the project too. Local businesses hung his pieces for patrons to buy. Residents donated their old doors for Jones to paint his signature trees on, fitting with his mantra, use what you have. And while he's continuing to open that door, reusing and resurrecting old into new, it's a journey he intends to do in this Iowa church, providing some warmth, even in the winter months.
Malvern, it's my hometown. There's pride there.
So this weekend, Jones is having his holiday art show here at Project Art Church, and it's also the Festival of Trees in Malvern. You can check out all that info online with this story. That's at KMTV.com. In Malvern, I'm Lindsay Thies for Upfront at 4.
Jones says he still has a way to go, including painting a mural on the 20-plus foot ceilings.
Wow.
Michelangelo.
That's going to take a little bit of effort.
Those paintings were beautiful.
Yeah, they really were. Looking for something to do this weekend, check it out.
Yeah.
The weather looks great on Saturday.